Welcome back to consecutive day 1167 of a diary of a runpreneur. And in today's episode, the topic is talking yourself into a solution. So remember to give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can get involved, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 1167 of a diary of a runpreneur. And today's episode, I want to talk to you about talking yourself into a solution. And the reason for today's topic is I'm pretty overwhelmed at the moment with this. I've talked about this, I know it's boring, I'm sorry I keep talking about it, but I've talked about our transition, or my transition in as my operating system in all of my entrepreneurial businesses and personal life, really, into a piece of software called Airtable. And it's a database relationship management piece of software, and it's got a huge capability. However, it takes a huge amount of time and effort to set it up, and that's in beta mode. You then have to optimize, iterate, amend, and the cycle is a continuous cycle forever. It's never finished. And I think the challenge at the moment is I'm probably 3 months into this process now, and I still don't have the accuracy of data I need to make decisions about my businesses. Now, I'm hoping that it's finally going to change as of next week at some point, because I talked to you about last week about utilising, the latest software and technology, and we're doing that at the moment as we're able to import all of our bank feeds into Airtable. And what that enables me to do is to get real-time data, which is phenomenal. Previously, when working with the accountant, I've been waiting 4 to 6 weeks, basically in arrears of dealing with the financial information, at which point you're 4 to 6 weeks ahead. You could be in a very different financial circumstances than you were when that data was relevant. So real-time data in an automated fashion is hugely beneficial. I think Simon Jordan, a famous entrepreneur in the UK, who used to own the football club Crystal Palace, he said, and I think it was, reading up on it, he said the turning point in his career, he was in a mobile telecoms provider environment. He said that the turning point in his career when his business really took off was when he was able to access real-time financial data, which meant he could make decisions there and then about how to steer his juggernaut of an enterprise in the right direction. Now, comparing myself to a super successful entrepreneur, business owner like Simon Jordan is not a fair reflection, because he's probably 100 steps further on the entrepreneur journey, maybe thousands of steps further than I am. I'm a micro business owner. I'm very happy to be so. But today, we had an interesting conversation with one of my mentors who's helping me set up this Airtable infrastructure. And it was how I could link the bank transactional data to the relevant areas of Airtable. So, i.e., if it's a tenant payment, how can I link that to the tenant? If it's an investor payment, how do I link that to investor? And if it's a cost, how do I link it to the correct cost field? Was it a fixed cost? Was it a variable cost? Was it fixed income? All these different things that I want to see reports on. How did I do all this? And I basically spent most of this call just talking through my issues. And okay, the mentor did steer me and keep me on the right track. But eventually, I talked so much about it that I worked out the solution myself. And I think that one of the learnings from the diary today is that entrepreneurship is a lonely place, and we're constantly faced with problems that need solving. And quite often we bottle up those problems, try and solve them independently, and it's really difficult, because it's like pressure building up in a pipe. It's like stresses in day-to-day life. They build up and they weigh down on you, and you have to find that release mechanism. And in this instance, just talking was such a release for me with regards to this major challenge, which is so impactful on my business, is that I basically talked myself into the simplest solution possible, because I was just looking at things from the wrong way. Rather than how do I link transactional data to the different areas, it was more important of how the simple solution was take the variable data to the transactional data. So it's all in one place, and all my reports can be produced from the transactional data rather than the other way around. And that's actually completely simplified the reporting protocols in my business now. So sometimes it just takes talking to find the solution. Bottling things up is not a good way to go. So anyway, that's it for me today. Questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. Remember to give this a subscribe, share, like and comment, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All the information about the challenge, how you can get involved, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.